smacked, but we got 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 smashed, bro.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's up? It's your boy Levelhead back with another live and leveled Gamers podcast. This is episode 427. And I think I got my graphics and everything back right. Figured out what was going on. But I got the crew in here. We got Nia in the comment section. What's up, Nia? Yay! So I got K-Bum 20, Keith Norris. What's up, people?
What up?
Yo, what it do, man?
Yeah, man. We here, man. We here. So we gonna talk about E-Day. Exclusivity. Smart or huge mistake. We didn't really go into that last week. We just kind of gave our recaps. We gonna talk about Xbox, compulsion games, Ninja Theory, and Double Fine. Closures. How are we feeling about this? We're gonna talk about this Unreal Engine 5.8. K-Bum has a little bit he want to say about that. I want to talk about this Lumens light they was talking about the Switch 2. And we just gonna let this podcast cook and drift wherever it wants to drift to. That's right, Neil, where gamers come to talk. That's right. Have they officially been closed? Not that I know of, but that's why we're going to talk about it. Talk about closures, possible. Don't know. But welcome to the show. At this time, I think it's just rumor, but they coming from reputable sources. Yeah, everybody been talking about it, so I figure we at least give it our heave ho on the thoughts. I don't know. I hope it's not, but it seemed like it might be legit. But welcome to the show. I hope it is all rumor. I did see that. I thought that was rumor. I thought they was trying to damage control what had got out, but maybe it is rumor. We'll see. We're gonna talk about it though. Welcome, Comic Book Crunch. Sounds like a pretty boring night. I'm out.
Don't do it like
Don't do
that.
it like that, Comic Book Crunch. You know we know how to keep alive and leveled up in this piece. You know, anytime we talk about Xbox, there's going to be slander. There's going to be criticism. There's going to be a lot of jabs, gut punches, hooks. Keith going to come with the acid, throwing it in the faces. Things going to get melted. You know how we do when we talk about Xbox. And there's a lot to talk about. But we're going to go, there's a lot of other places to go to. So we're going to go wherever this pod lets us go. But anyway, yes. With that being said, what's up? What's up, people? What's up, y'all?
Yo, man. Nah, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Letting you cook a little bit.
Man, did y'all happen to see the official Spider-Man New Day? I think it's New Day. Am I right on that?
A brand new day.
Brand new day. Trailer.
I did not watch it. I didn't watch it, but I did see that it exists. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Why didn't you watch it? Oh, you didn't. You want to watch it, you just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, when I was at work, I was like, oh man, but I think I was busy during that time, so I didn't check it out.
Man, we got Savage Hope back in the building.
I saw it, but I have, as a big comic book fan, I have no idea what's going on.
Well,
I don't know this story, and I didn't look at any of the reviewers to kind of explain it to me because I'd rather go in not knowing. No, don't tell me. Nope.
Let me tell you. Let
Nope.
me break down
No,
what's going
no,
on
brother.
here. No, hold
No,
up,
don't
real
explain
friend.
nothing to me. No,
Hey,
I
friend,
will take this
friend,
headset clean off. I
buddy.
promise you I will.
We go back. We go back so many years.
I will take this headset off. I
I met you
promise you.
back in 2003. We've been rocking for 23 years now. Let me explain what's going
Sir,
on. K-Bum,
sir,
listen to me.
I will call
Let
your
me tell
wife
you.
right now. I got her
Wait a minute. Hold up,
information.
though. Hold up. Well, she just got
Don't do
back.
me
She
like
just got
this.
back home. She literally
Don't do
just
me
got back
like
home
this.
today. She was up your way
What is
for.
going on?
She was up your way for the last 4 days.
Level tripping. That's what's going on.
She just got back here, so she like me right now. So she probably won't answer your phone call. But let me tell you what's going on. So it's very interesting. So what's taking
If
place
you
is
dare, if you dare, you do not cherish this friendship.
I won't say nothing, but it is good. I would say this. They did kind of ruin. They did reveal who someone was. So if you don't want to know who someone is, don't watch any.
No.
Don't watch any of those breakdown trailers. But it looks like it's going to be a good movie. It looks like it's going to be a really good movie. I didn't realize it was coming out in July. I didn't know that.
Right. It
Oh,
usually
really?
they've been coming out in like December, so it's kind of weird it's coming
Yeah.
out in July.
Well, you got Doomsday coming out in December. So,
I know you do. It's gonna be
yeah.
it's gonna be a crazy year.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be setting up some of anyway, let me shut up. I said I wasn't gonna say anything. But anyway, yeah, good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm excited for it. I literally and tomorrow is the big day, K-Bum. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Keith, I'm nervous. Tomorrow is the day we go pick up our new family member.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. We're going to pick up my little buddy. I'm nervous.
You
The
should
girls
be.
know already. The twins know already.
Oh yeah, they want to call him Sugar Plum. I'm like, no, we shall not.
He gonna eat your switch, man.
No, he shall not. He will not get nowhere near that switch. But yeah, we go pick him up tomorrow, and like I said, ours is the smallest in the litter. But I've been doing a lot of research. He's super healthy. He muscled out a little bit, and they say sometimes it be those who get the biggest. So his dad, to give y'all get y'all some insight to what could possibly happen. This is what they call an African Mastiff. It's called a Burble. His dad is 220 pounds.
Jesus Christ, that is a grown man in your house.
Yes.
That's an adult man in your house.
So they can get up to about 80 pounds at 5 months, about 130, 140 by 6, 7 months. And then they turn into basically tanks. They turn into they look like big bears. So it's called the African Burble or African Mastiff. Beautiful dogs. And I was gifted one from a close friend of my family who was
Beautiful human is what you're saying.
Yeah, beautiful human.
That dog weighed more than me.
Yeah, he was the first to bring an African Burble to America. So he's considered the godfather. He went over to Africa and brought him over, and he's been breeding them. And then from his kennel, all the other African Burble kennels kind of birthed. So, yeah. So he got history, man. I got a top premier breed dog, and he gave me one. These dogs normally go for like $6,000-$7,000, and I got one for, hey, thank you, bro, and some. I think I got to pay his first vet shots. That's all he asking me for. So, yeah, man, I'm excited, bro. Nervous. Keep me in your prayers. Keep my house in your prayers, man. This dog, bro. Just keep me in prayer. But I'm excited. So anyway, with that being said, we broke the ice.
Wait.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna add some more Spider. I wanted to say this last week, but we was rolling and we had so much. Man, I've been watching Spider-Man Noir, man. On Amazon. Amazon. I've been watching Spider-Man. I've been watching it in black and white noir. And
the right way to do it.
Right. It's actually pretty good.
I've heard.
It's more Spider-Man fighting than I thought it was going to be, because technically he's a private eye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
he's not Peter Parker either.
He's not Peter Parker. No.
He's Ben Riley, right?
Say that again.
He's Ben Riley, right?
Is it Ben? I know it's Riley. Oh, I don't know if I heard this first name. I know they always call him Riley. But All I'm gonna say is, man, if you got Amazon Prime, check it out.
Is it
It's
free?
definitely. I mean, what?
Is it free
I
if you
don't think
got
it's free.
Prime?
Oh yeah. You ain't gotta
Okay.
pay for it.
All
If
right.
you got Prime, just watch it. And I think it's 8 episodes, and all eight episodes are available. So pretty good. It's pretty good. And I didn't think that Nicolas Cage would be the perfect person for this, but I couldn't think of anybody better to play an older Spider-Man like this. Is pretty good, man. And I heard that I think Nia told me this, but I heard that he wanted to play this role. Or did I read that? I think I read that. He was eager to play this
Yeah,
role.
he need to
So
revive his career.
this is
Shoot.
a good start. This is
Yeah,
good. This is really
cause
good.
he been boy trying to pay back IRS, man. He all his money getting confiscated.
Oh
So
man.
yeah, that's why he do all the
Well,
movies.
he's played what that Johnny Blaze. He's played Superman. He's played
Hmm.
Spider Man. He's played a little bit of everything.
Okay, well, with that being said, let's get into what you've been gaming on. Yeah, you know what time it is. It's time for what have you been gaming on? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, what you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. So who want to go first? What have you been gaming on?
First, if you want me to.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, I've been kind of all over the board with my gaming this week. I'm gonna start with a Wu Long. I didn't realize I had already played this before, and it's on Game Pass. Shout out to Game Pass. So, anyways, I am not a fan of Koei Tecmo, and I think I said that last week, but
Yeah. You said that last week.
I'm really not a fan. I tried this game again, and I can't do it, dog. I can't do it. So,
You don't like the Black Myth?
is that what that was? I know it was Wu. No, that's Wukong.
That's Wukong. You Wu Long. Okay.
Wu Long, yeah.
Oh, this is
Okay.
the one that you fighting all the mainly just fighting bosses, right?
Let me see. Wu Long. Let me make sure I got it right.
Yeah, you got it right. Wukong, yeah, Wukong something.
Yeah, Wu Long Fallen Dynasty.
Wait a minute.
And
Let
then
me go. Let me see. If
yeah,
you're right.
Wu Fallen Dynasty, and the other one is Wukong.
Wu Long Fallen Dynasty.
I didn't
No,
realize
no,
the names.
no. I didn't. That's not the one I'm talking. I'm thinking about the one after the Monkey King.
Yeah, that's
Black
that's
Myth.
That's Wukong. Yeah.
yeah.
Black
But anyways, I can't do it. The controls are trash. I didn't even give it a chance to like really invest in it. I don't know. I just don't like their games. None of it feels good. So played some of that. I played the
Why do I
Kingdom
feel
Hearts.
like Keith just played that game so he can say level is trash? Don't buy it.
For me, it's trash. You might like it. There's a lot of folks that like Koei Tecmo. I am in the minority, sir. Let's see, Kingdom Hearts demo. So after the direct, they talked about Kingdom Hearts 4 coming over, and they also said that there was a demo in the Switch 2 that you could play and try it out. Brother, I don't know what that game is about. I don't know what I was doing. It has been since been deleted. The Kingdom Hearts demo.
Is it 3 or 4? Kingdom Hearts 3?
Brother, I don't know.
I think it was 3.
I do not know. All I know is they was asking questions and it had you setting up a storyline and all this other stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought you were just going to show me the game, and now you got me building the game. What is this, Minecraft? So I didn't like. I just turned it off. The other game that I played was Space Marine Colonial Wars 2. I think that's how you say it. Space Marine.
Warhammer.
That game, Warhammer, yeah.
Mhm.
That game is corny,
Yes,
but I will
Todd,
I
I was trying
will
to tell
admit
you.
the more I played it, the more it did kind of get fun. It was corny, but the more I played it, it wasn't bad. I like the melee. Excuse me. I
Mhm.
like the melee on it. That wasn't bad.
It's
And
cheap.
then
It
it's
feels
very
cheap.
cheap.
It feels cheap. It feels knockoff Gears. I want to be Gears, but I want to be distinct enough to say we just didn't rip Gears. But it's definitely y'all want to be Gears. Y'all just can't out. It's what's the game that wants to be Pokemon, but it ain't Pokemon? What's that game?
Are you talking about Power World?
Power. It's Power World, but maybe not as good as Power. But it wants to be Gears so bad. Go ahead though.
I got Gears vibes from the visuals. I did not get Gears vibes from the gameplay. But
It's
I would
cheap.
definitely it is definitely cheap. I'm gonna play some more of it just to see. Because despite all that, I can see the fun factor in it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can see the fun factor in it.
It's just
Uh
hordes of enemies coming at you. You mowing them down. Ain't no precision to it. They not smart. It's just come at me and just let me just bullet hole you to death, cut your guts open and yeah, and walk off like a tank and do it somewhere else. It's turn your brain off. Hold the trigger. Don't even think about nothing. It's not a thinking game. It don't require no brains to play that game.
yeah,
Just direction and hold the trigger button.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Uh Resident Evil 7. I went back and played this. So I was on Steam, and Capcom has some sales going on right now. And they had a sale for End of Zoe DLC for like $3. And I was gonna buy it. I was like, oh man, I could wait. I got the whole Ultimate Pack over here on Switch. So I went ahead and downloaded it back on the Switch because it's a game key card. And then I played the End of Zoe DLC. And it wasn't bad. There's some other DLCs on there that I need to play through as well. I played through the not Leon. What's the other guy? Chris. I played through his DLC on PC, but it wasn't bad. He is in the Zoe. I said Zoe. Zoe. You play as her uncle who's trying to save her life because at the end of the game she kind of like crystallizes or whatever. And from her father, believe it or not. And I don't know if he's trying to save her or whatever he's trying to do, but you go through the game and there's no shooting. There's no shooting. All he does is punch. He used to be a boxer, and you can get all these little coins to strengthen your punches. And you got like little combos and stuff that you can do in first person, mind you. And there's also like alligators in the game or crocodiles, one of the two. And if you find yourself running into a crocodile, that's an instant kill. You can't kill them unless you have a spear. But it was a little short, little piece of game, man. I thoroughly enjoyed myself playing that.
What was the
And
name
like I
of it
said,
again?
End of Zoe DLC.
End of Zoe. Okay.
Yeah. And then the last game that I played wasn't really a game, but it was a game. Or they are games. Plural. I tried the DK challenge. I was curious. Nia had played it one night, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. So I did some of the Donkey Kong Country challenges. I did one of the Donkey Kong Classic games where you play as Jumpman and you gotta go out there and save Pauline's blonde hair.
Jump man. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. I did it.
And then the other one is Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I've been doing some of those challenges right before we got on the podcast. Actually, it was actually pretty fun, man. That second stage, that hilltop stage, I felt like I had never played that stage before. I was finding stuff that I had never found before. I was like, yo. But I'll say this: people are saying that this is Nintendo's way of doing trophies, and I can honestly see how that is because there was one particular part on the hilltop stage that I had never found, and then once I got it, it was like challenge completed. But then you can continue playing the game like you normally would, so it doesn't necessarily just take you out of it. The Donkey Kong Country games did, but the Bonanza kept you playing the game, and you can keep playing the game all the way to the end, and then you can go back to that DK challenge page and you can see all of the cards that you got or the trophies or the achievements or the challenges that you completed. So, but that's all I've been gaming on this week. So yeah, pretty cool.
Okay. All right, K-Bum 20. What was the name of that game, Keith? That you said with the boxing.
Oh, Resident Evil 7.
Oh, that's represent
In the Zoe.
End of Zoe. Okay. All right. I thought I didn't make that connection. All right, K-Bum, come on through, bro. What you been gaming on?
What I've been gaming on, you guys already know I've been gaming on. I've been gaming on the huge playing Marvel Rivals. They just dropped Cyclops this past week, so that's pretty cool. They getting more of the X-Men in the game. And Cyclops has a really cool abilities. He's pretty fun. I haven't really got a chance to play him much because when you play rank, everybody just picks DPS. So your boy got to try to win because everybody want to be DPS. And actually, I want to talk about this. So I'm playing Marvel Rivals, and if you know anything about hero shooters, if you want to win, you have 2 tanks, you have 2 DPS, you have 2 supports, right? If you want to win, that's what you do. And so I'm playing Marvel Rivals. I'm playing a tank. And apparently I'm the only tank because we have 4 DPSs. Nobody's switching. We have 1 healer and we're getting our bus kit. And 1 person gets kicked from the game. And so now we're down 5-6. And then the guy that got kicked from the game comes back. And instead of him coming in and filling in as a support, he fills in as another DPS. I turn my mic on. And I commence to say, you N-words are wild.
You crazy.
You N-words are crazy. How you not gonna blah blah blah? And so whatever, no one responds. I go back on mute. Game, we get our bus kit. I get greeted by Marvel Rivals saying, "Hey, you have just broken our terms and agreements of fair play because of your language." I'm like, what? Black man, I can't say the N-word when they acting like N-words. Like, what is going on here? So apparently, Marvel Rivals has introduced a new system where it hears you on the mic and it will report you if you use colorful language. Wow. So I just wanted to share that. I normally don't talk on the mic, and I'm very helpful. I'm very calm person on the mic, and I do try to help my teammates. I make call outs, and hey, this guy over here.
He bossy. But when you just he bossy.
I don't. I was only with my friends.
That's
like,
why
I don't do that with randoms.
That's why
I don't do that with randoms.
That's why we was left hanging with hell divers because our boss, our sergeant, our lieutenant left me and Keith just stranded. We still running around confused.
Anyway, but I just thought that was interesting how they got that in because I'm like, soon the game ended, I had a pop up about my colorful language, and so yeah, I just wanted to add that in there. Anyway, what else I've been gaming on? I've been gaming on just a little bit of 2K. Been playing mostly FIFA, playing Rivals, and I've been playing Shinobi. Shinobi is fun, brother. It is. It is a action platformer, an action 2D side scroller. It does not have a bunch of platforming. That platforming is only there to get you to the next fight, and that is how I like my 2D side scrollers. I ain't down with all that six-zone platforming, rage baiting gameplay. I'm not down with that. She called me Commander Shepard. And when I'm multiplayer, something like that. But yeah, man. And yeah, there's one more game I'm gaming on too, man. One more game.
This is the one from last week?
One more game, man. New game.
Okay. I think I already know.
007.
Hey!
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What?
It's a lie. I don't got that game. I don't got that game.
It's Ghost of Yo.
I ain't playing that game. I just wanted to get Keith excited and Nia excited about it.
I am beauty. I am done with the show tonight. Level, thank you for inviting me on the show tonight.
I just wanted to get him excited. I don't got that game, man.
I am done for tonight. Xbox is trash. That's all you need to know.
What you playing, K-Bub?
Man, I'm so trash, bro. No, that was it, man. That's it. I'm just
Wait a minute.
just Shinobi, bro. Just
what's the game you said you downloaded that you bought?
I'm not playing it until I'm done with Shinobi.
Man, I want to know if I'm right.
I'm not playing until I'm done with Shinobi. I told you last time, no hands, bro.
I think
when I get done with Shinobi, when I finish it, then I'll let when I turn it on because I already paid my money. I'll let you know.
Okay, all right, K-Ball. That was good though. You got Keith good. Yes, you did. Him and Nia saying good night. All right, so I guess it's my turn. So what have your boy been gaming on? Not a lot. So I played a little of Pragmata, just a little, not a lot, not even enough to talk about. And I played through Star Fox again, and because I just wanted to kind of just take it all in real quick because I know it comes out next week, and yeah, I'm excited for Star Fox. I really am. I'm excited for what this is about to be. I think this is about to be an event, a moment. I know it's pulling on a lot of the core game, probably is not drifting too far away from that, but I, for some reason, feel like Nintendo has something up their sleeves when it comes to this game that may be different. So I'm excited for it. It's just visually impressive. It feels good. It's absolutely Star Fox, but it's Star Fox for today. And I'm proud of what Nintendo was able. Well, it wasn't Nintendo. Who is that group? Who is it? Is it? I know that the engine is called Viper, but what's the name of?
Oh, you talking about the developer, the Velen?
Velen is it Velen or Villain?
Yeah. Velen.
Velen. Shouts out to Velen, man. They did that thing with them. And did I play anything else? No, that's all I played this week. Not a lot of gaming this week. More preparing for this dog and getting that freezer for my wife so she can leave me alone. Spending money I don't got. But anyway, that was what you've been gaming on. So let's get into these topics. And where do we want to go first? Do we want to deal with the closures or the rumored closures? Do we want to deal with this whole pivot back to exclusivity with two particular games from Microsoft? Where do we want to go? Do we want to talk about Unreal Engine 5.8? I kind of want to talk about Gears of War E-Day real quick and explain myself and where this comes from. Is that cool?
Can that works for me.
All right, so as y'all know, last week we had on Sunday Xbox had their showcase, and they opened up their showcase with Gears of War E-Day. And as y'all know, I'm a huge Gears fan. I think I might be the only Gears fan in this on this podcast. Visually, I think it's an impressive looking game. I know that last week, K-Bum and Keith kind of shared that they didn't think it was that. It looked that. It didn't look current or that impressive. It looked good, but it didn't look as current gen as they would have liked. For me, this is the best Gears has ever looked. It looks excellent to me. The cities look excellent to me. All of it just looks well put together, right? So I'm excited because we in the era of play anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Play anywhere. If you got a PlayStation 5, you can play this on your PlayStation 5. You can play this wherever they decide to put it. Well, as y'all know, Asha came on the stage And after the big presentation for E-Day, Gears of War E-Day, which they're going back to how it all happened, the first, invasion of, I don't even know what you call these things. But anyway, the first invasion, how it all started, they take you back with Marcus Phoenix and Dom and all this, right? I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this.
So don't nobody die then? You know that since don't nobody die. Spoilers.
Yeah, well, they can't die if this is the first one. But anyway, so
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Right. So I'm over here. I'm excited. I got my PlayStation 5. It's ready to go. And I got my Switch 2 just in case Microsoft decides to show it some love. I'm excited. This is coming to all the platforms. And Asha gets up and she says exclusive to Xbox and PC. So this will be one that Keith can actually play, not me. And so I felt a little ways, me and Keith, K-Bum talking in the comment section. Level, is this going to make you buy Xbox? And my answer was, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not going to buy an Xbox for one game. I'm not buying an Xbox.
Did you ever play 5?
No, I didn't play 5 because I moved on from the Xbox One. So I missed 5, right. And so I played
on PlayStation.
No, I don't think 5 is on the PlayStation. I
don't think so.
No, it's not. Okay. Only one on PlayStation is Gears of War, the remastered, is on PlayStation. So I want to talk about this because this has been a big discussion. Matter of fact, I watched Greg Miller and Paris kind of talking about this. I would play it, but Greg is cussing absolutely too much.
Greg be going ham with that cussing.
Man, I'm like, Jesus, how do y'all get any money, any
sponsors
for what you're doing? But his point is true, and I think we've been saying this as well. Is this the right time to go back to being exclusive? Is this going to do anything for the Xbox brand? And I want to come out. Let me have this because y'all know I'm the Gears fan, and y'all can kind of come through after me. We've been talking about Xbox. It's gonna play into all our conversations because to me at this point, Phil is gone, Sarah is gone. We got Asha, we got Booty, we got all these people. What this tells me is Microsoft does not know what they want to do when it comes to this gaming space. They don't know what they're doing. And as much credit as I was trying to give Asha and Rope, she's trying to figure it out. She's doing some great things. She's making some great announcements. She's being tough and strong and direct and bold and she just doing she taking charge and she doing her thing, right? Just about a month or so of just, dang, everything she's saying sound we about Xbox, we about this and we about that. But the question becomes, this game cost almost $500 million. This game cost $500 million to make. And I don't think that ain't even with promoting it. That's just development. $500 million in development. Then you add in promotion. So let's add another $200 million on promotion. This is about a $700-800 million game that they just made. Microsoft, before Phil left, had around 28 to 30,000 Xboxes in the wild. Between the Xbox Series S and X, about 30 million. I'm pretty sure that has dropped since all this. So we probably...
My man said dropped.
Let's be real. There was people that probably traded in their Xboxes for PlayStation. What's the point of owning an Xbox if I can play these games on my PlayStation and I can get the PlayStation games as well? I'm pretty sure people's like, I'm just going to trade in my Xbox and I got my PlayStation. I'm going to get all those games on my PlayStation. I'm good on the PlayStation, right? So let's say let's take a ballpark figure. Let's say 5 to 10, but maybe 5 to 6, 7 million of them did that. And then you got the rest that's still trying to hold on to Game Pass because it's cheap, and Microsoft don't know how to realize that that's what's killing them. How are they going to make the money back on this game with a user base of about, let's say, 24 to 30, and then you add PC in, so let's bump that up to maybe 40, that most of them probably are not Gears fans. So this game doesn't
Is it on Game Pass?
and it's on Game Pass. How they gonna make their money
people
back?
have access to the Game Pass?
Yes.
Yes.
To Gears on Game Pass.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So how
Then why would any of them pay? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
right?
Continue.
You K-Bum, you get to my point. Where are they going to make their money for this game? So we and it ain't just this game. What's the other game? Clock something.
Clockwork Revolution.
Clockwork Revolution. I'll play that in here in a second. What kind of sense does it make at this point after you have put Indiana Jones, Halo, and rumored is Asher had Halo pulled? We kind of touched on this last week, but we could talk about it now. Asher supposedly had Halo campaign pulled from PlayStation and wants to make it exclusive, but they contractually obligated to put the game on there because to break the contract is going to cost more than putting the game on the PlayStation 5. What are we doing?
We're in the words of Trump, we're winning.
Who's winning? Who is winning?
We are. Everybody is.
The gamer?
That's
Okay.
sarcasm.
As a Gears fan, this makes no sense to send this game out here to an audience that does not buy your games, that's going to play it on Game Pass, and a PC audience that probably is not going to play this games in droves. So you might sell 3, 4, maybe 5 million on PC. You may sell 5 million on Xboxes. Why would you, does this make any sense to y'all? Is this smart? Is this going to re-galvanize the Xbox brand? Is this going to make anybody go out and buy an Xbox? Is Gears of War going to make anybody go out and buy an Xbox?
I mean, actually, when I saw the game, I started to.
K-Bum, stop lying.
Started,
Stop lying, K-Bum. Go ahead, cut it. I know you don't. I know you don't like being called lying, but K-Bum, don't even start. You got Keith. We not even going there. Who here? Just
you say I ain't getting nobody else tonight, huh? Nobody else.
No, not on Gears of War, because I know you're not a Gears of War fan. You ain't never been a Gears of War fan. So
that is true.
Who is going, let's be real. Who is going to buy a PlayStation at the Series S is what? 500? 600?
I can give you that exact number. Give me.
Yeah, go ahead and look that up. I think it's like 500-600. The regular Xbox is almost like 700, something like that. Who are they going to get to buy new Xboxes for this game?
Series S, $399. That's not bad.
That's brand new.
512 gigabyte, $379 for. Oh, I'm a member. I get $379. I get $20 off. Best Buy. Okay. Yeah, Best Buy. I'm looking at it right now. $379, $390. No, $390. No, I got planned with Best Buy. I get $20 off. Anyway, $399 for the Series S, and then for the Series X, it is $599. So $600.
Okay. So who? Okay, that's not well.
The PS5 right now.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm looking at the again. $599 for the Slim PS5. The PS5 digital believe is $499. The Pro is $899.
Okay. So for a 1 terabyte model of a Series S, it's $449. So basically a Switch, which that's
the 512 version. The 512 version is $399.
$399, and then on the X is I don't know what the X. I looked up S. Let's look at X.
The 1 terabyte.
1 terabyte is $649. So digital is $599. Disc base is $649. Who is going to buy an Xbox for this game that don't already have one if they want one? No one is going to get an Xbox for this game. So why would you, at this point, why are you listening to people on Twitter? Why you listen to the margins on Twitter who's crying because they still think they're in a fight with PlayStation that they lost a whole generation ago? I'm starting to think Phil had the right plan, and this is dumb.
Okay, so instead of Thanos was right, we're going Phil is right.
I think Phil.
Is that what we're doing now?
Yes, I think Phil. I don't think Asha understand where they really are. I think she's thinking she can regalvanize, rejuvenate the fan base. But look, y'all lost. If y'all not gonna let Game Pass go, y'all are not gonna win. Game Pass is what's killing you. Keith is not buying it.
Day and date Game Pass is killing them.
There you go.
Let's put it where it's supposed to be. Day and date, like Sony told you that day and date was stupid. And that's what's killing them because no one's buying these new games.
Keith's trying all these games out for $10 a month. 13 a month. Keep
Good
trying
job,
out
Keith.
all these games. I don't like it. I download it. I don't like it. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to be put this on PlayStation. You gonna sell. And matter of fact, the reason I want to talk about this and why this ain't smart, Keith put this up in the chat. Let me do this real quick. Keith put this graphic up in the chat, and this tells it all, man. This tells it all. Let me get to it. And when you see this, it's like, what the heck are they thinking when y'all have these type of numbers showing y'all exactly what it is, right? Now let's look at this. These are all the games that came out from Microsoft on the PlayStation. Forza 5. And let's look at the sales. Let's look at the sales. Forza 5 sold 5.6 million to Xbox 1.4. That's almost 4 million. That's 4.2 more copies sold on the PlayStation than the Xbox. Sea of Thieves, 529K on Xbox, 1.3 million on PlayStation. Grounded, 1.1 million on PlayStation, 341K on Xbox. Dang near tripling the sales. Right? Hi-Fi Rush. The company, and we're going to get into this, they counseled them that this great game that we always like, man, we would love to have that game. They have Hi-Fi Rush. It sold 124K. And part of the problem was this was released on Game Pass. Probably all of these got hit because they was released on Game Pass. PlayStation, 520K. If they would release this on the Switch, they release this on the Switch 2, it'll sell another 500,000. 592K. Pentiment, 502K, 136K on PlayStation. Age Empire 4, I think. Empires 4. Age of Empire, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
427K on PlayStation, 226K on Xbox.
I think we get the point.
No. Let me keep going. No. Forget that. Because they want to put Gears on just exclusive. Let's keep going. Flight Simulator, 390K to 274K. Indiana Jones, 376.
Hold on. I just want to say how funny it is that the name of the actual game is Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's selling more on the PlayStation. I just think that's funny. I'm sorry.
Now we can say that PlayStation gamers are hypocrites, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna have that conversation on another podcast. This is very interesting. Even Starfield, the flag game that was supposed to push Xboxes into everybody's laps, 237K on PlayStation 5 to 85K on the Xbox. People, this whole idea of putting Gears of War on making Gears of War exclusive and day and date on Game Pass is the dumbest. If you're not going to put it everywhere else, it's the dumbest idea you can do. It shows these people don't know what they're doing. It shows they can't read the room. And I think Phil had the right mind. If we gonna do Game Pass, we got to make real money elsewhere as well to make these budgets make sense. That's how they was making their money back. This clearly shows if you put the right game on PlayStation 5, you gonna make some money. Gears of War will sell about 6-7 million day and date on PlayStation 5. Just out of curiosity. Just out of, hey, is a big title coming? Like, man, this makes no sense. But anyway, I ran it. I let y'all come in, give y'all thoughts. Who want to go? This makes no sense.
I agree with you, Level. But I guess I would just have to play devil's advocate a little bit, just not to you, but just I wonder what it is that they're actually trying to do. Because they know this. That all that stuff that you just said, everything that you just said, they know that better than you know that.
I
they
told you
know
what
that
they're doing. I told you.
Let me just say what I think that they're doing.
Oh, okay.
They could be putting emphasis on, hey, Gears is a strong flagship Game Pass first title. You need to play this, and you need to play it over here. In the Xbox gamer's mind, yeah, we back, baby. Yeah, they could be doing that. So it could be brand recognition with the Gears game or whatever. Or what I think that they're doing is they are putting the ball back in the Xbox gamers' lap and saying, what y'all gonna do? Y'all been on Twitter and all the other spaces making videos saying you want this and want that. Give us this, give us that. Okay, here's a game. Here's 2 games, Clockwork Revolution. Here's 2 games. They better sell. I've heard some Xbox gamers say that they are not going to play this game in Game Pass. They're actually going to go out and buy the game. They're going to actually go out and support the game. But the majority, because I'm probably going to play, not probably, I am going to play it on Game Pass. I'm not going to go out and support this game because I'm not an Xbox. But I just wonder, truly at the end of the day, if what they are thinking by putting the ball back in the Xbox gamers' lap, is if it's going to pan out. Because I think all this stuff is going to be sunset, and they just going to be a publisher. So this is kind of like a last ditch effort to see what they're going to do. And if the gamers don't respond, you can hang all this up. Xbox going fully third party publisher if the gamers don't respond. That's what I believe is going to happen.
Okay, Nia, you want to know how much this game Forza sold on PC. It sold 2.8 million copies on the PC alone.
What game?
Forza Horizon 6. On the Xbox, it sold 2.1. Let me see.
And then the rest of it was Game Pass, I believe.
Rest of it was Game Pass, and then I don't know if is that on PlayStation? 5?
6, no.
6 not. Okay.
No, 6 is not. 5 is only.
So let's look at 5. Let's look at 5 then. Okay, on
So
5.
6 is only done 2 million.
No, on 2
on
million
the actual console,
on the
2.1.
PC. It sold 2 point, and then on 2.5, and then on the Xbox it sold 2.1. So altogether, it sold about 6 million. So Horizon sold about 8 million copies on PC via Steam. So it's selling more elsewhere. It's selling more outside of Xbox. It's selling more on PlayStation, PC, than it's selling on Xbox. So, like Keith said, they have these numbers. So, Keith, you said you believe they finna sunset. Okay, say that again. You said they finna sunset. What'd you say?
I think it's 2 things. They either finna sunset the whole brand, or they're trying to gauge the response of the gamers.
Okay, if they sunsetting the whole brand, they're
Because they're not finna make 400 million back just on Xbox, like you said earlier. They're not making it back.
right.
I think they are going to try to see what they can and can't get out of this. So
Okay.
it should be enough gamers to respond to that, but we'll see.
I mean, they would need, in order to make back about 800 mil, they can make back 800 mil, but they're not gonna make much over that. They can probably, if they sold, they'll need to sell about 10 million copies of this game to break even. I don't see it happening. It may happen. They may be able to get that out of that 25 to 30. Go ahead, K-Bo. But with Game Pass, I don't know. See what I'm saying? So this is crazy.
Let's talk about this, man, because what Xbox is doing is counterproductive of what they've been doing this entire generation. You have sold your users the fact that you don't have to buy game. And then you're mad at your users for not buying games. And then you take away from the place that was buying the game. And if you guys are correct, they're still putting this day one on Game Pass? That can't be true.
It's true.
No.
I wish I was Kurt Angle. It's true. Anyway, go ahead. My bad.
I don't think they actually know what they're doing, because it doesn't make sense to remove it. Gears of War E-Day will be launching day one on Game Pass. Jesus Christ! It's like you haven't learned. So you make the decision for Call of Duty, right? You say Call of Duty, you're not day one Game Pass, and I believe that's the decision they made. COD MW.
This also Clockwork Revolution is also exclusive to Xbox. Go ahead.
And so you make this decision. Yeah, so Modern Warfare 4 is not day one. So why not follow that trend with Gears? If you have confidence in Gears, then you continue that trend of not putting these big, heavy-hitting, exclusive games day one from your first-party studios. You incentivize your fan base to buy video games again, and then you if you're going to bring it over, that's how you make the money. You can't bring over Gears and still make it day one and expect to make money. You cannot do those two things. Do not work together. Sony is able to continue their Game Pass-ish system which they risen the price, granted. They're continuing to use that system as a way to bring new life into older game that's been out for a while. Right? That Destiny, they gave away for free a couple of months ago. Destiny 2, they gave away for free. Right. And so, hey, come play Destiny. It's free now. Right. And they do that for some of their Returner was free at some point. Like a lot of their first party NBA 2K was free. FIFA was free. Right. But those games have been out for a year, man. And the new one is right around the corner. They're just trying to get more life out of these games, or another wave of people to get these games. That's how you utilize that system. But you got to get that money first. You got to get that dollars first. And it doesn't make sense to me. Like it would be smarter if they made that decision. They made that decision with Gears. They made that decision with COD not COD, because they didn't make it exclusive. But you make that decision with this Clockwork game to make it exclusive. And then you say, we're going to incentivize you guys to buy it, and we're not going to put it on Game Pass day one. It's going to come later. Boom. You have people actually buying the game, and then you have people using Game Pass for these smaller games that you can put day one. That makes sense. But the fact that they're trying to do both, make money from their gamers who they told, you don't have to buy games, and then take it from the place where clearly the PlayStation audience is buying these games. Being hypocrites or not, mostly hypocrites, but these hypocrites are buying these games. They're not buying your system; they're buying your games. And this last point, and then I'll stop, because I'm ranting, and I feel the rant inside of me. People can't buy your system. Your system is expensive. This economy is expensive,
right?
And people can't. People didn't buy your system when it was cheaper. Who's going to spend more money to buy a system from a company that they don't know how long they're going to be here? There's no confidence in the Xbox brand. So you should be doing everything in your power to put the power back into your consumers, to give them the power. And Game Pass, and you did right by making Game Pass cheaper. That was the right decision. That was the right decision. You wanted to make it more affordable. It makes sense. But this Gears of War thing, this stint with Sony and Halo, and like trying to, like, you're not in a position to bulldog. You don't got that leverage, yo. Yeah, you're Microsoft, but you're also Xbox.
Right.
You're also Xbox. You don't have that leverage. And we gave her credit, we gave her props at the beginning, but these last couple of decisions just show how much they're not understanding, and that they are sinking the ship. Probably, I don't know. If you're gonna sink the ship, at least sink the ship and get as much money as you can. Let PlayStation players get it. Put it everywhere. Make as much money you can. Be a third party developer. But you can't do first party only and Game Pass. It doesn't work.
Right. So let me add this last piece, add to what K-Bum said. This is my theory. Yeah, I did say the medicine. I said, can you give mama some pie with the medicine? This is my wife. Hey, you fussing at me live on air. Y'all,
don't get us started.
Miss Level is yelling at your boy down the steps. Let me not get in trouble. I'm not trying to get into no fight.
Thank you. Thank you. Jesus.
So this is my theory. I think this is all smoke and mirrors. This one theory. I think Asha wants to come off like she's all about Xbox and the fans and doing what they want and prioritizing them. so that they can get through that window of last week with Summer Game Fest, PlayStation, State of Play, and they came out with God of War, LaFrey, and they had all they had Riverine, and I think Asher was like, what could we do to generate buzz, to get our fan base galvanized with all this negative news, with all our games going elsewhere? What could we do to get them excited and talking about the brand? Hey, let's announce that Gears of War is exclusive. That's a huge announcement. But I believe that here in another month or so, when it get closer to this game actually coming out, we're going to get a hey everybody. Unfortunately, we have decided to put this game everywhere. That's what I believe. That's my number one theory. Is this was just smoke and mirrors, just to gain some hype, some talking, to get through this window, to excite, to galvanize, to get their fan base excited about the brand, and to get through this with those talking points with no intentions on actually following through when it's all said and done. Because Microsoft has lied. Remember they said we're only going to try out these 3 games.
Four.
And then 3-4 games. Then and within a month or two, everything was coming.
I think they saw the return on the investment. The money was too good
in 2 months. But anyway, possibly, I believe that was the play the whole time. Or they are trying to match, and this is dumb if they're doing this. They're trying to match what Sony just did with PC. With Sony saying we going back exclusives, no, our games is just on our systems. And if it's the latter, that's dumb. That's ha. They dumb. But if it's the former, that this is all smoke and mirrors, that's dumb too. But that's what I believe it is. I believe this is all smoke and mirrors to have talking points to kind of separate yourself from the pack, to kind of give Gears of War a little bit more talking, because people are going to be talking about the fact that it's not coming anywhere else. And you got Greg Miller, you got all these people talking about how this doesn't make sense, and E-Day is getting promoted all the time. It's getting more discussion than LaFay, if we be real. The only other game that I think is getting more discussed than E-Day because of the controversy around it, the only other game that I think is getting more discussion than E-Day is Ocarina of Time remake. But LaFay was big. Matter of fact, that's not true, because they gave us the numbers of what was the biggest games out of E3. And guess what? It wasn't Gears. I don't even think Gears was in the top 5. So
was it on the list?
It was on the list, but it wasn't top 5. It was Ocarina of Time. It was LaFay. It was Final Fantasy.
Actually, I thought LaFay was first, then Ocarina of Time.
No, it was Ocarina of Time.
I seen 2 of them. One was Zelda was first, and the other one was God of War was first. So I don't know which one of them.
Okay.
Well, this is how it went. Right after the Nintendo Direct, it was LaFay, but a few days later, it switched, and it was Ocarina of Time, then LaFay, then Final Fantasy 4, and then Resident Evil Veronica, and it was another game. It was not
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Kingdom Hearts. What did I say?
Final Fantasy.
No, Kingdom Hearts 4. Then it was Resident Evil Veronica, and then it was another game. It was not Gears of War. Gears of War was like 6 or 7 on the list. So even in that, man, this is just dumb. So yeah, I ain't got anything else to say about this. I think it's a dumb move, and I think they're gonna pivot, and they're gonna go against what they said. They're going to double back and switch course when we get closer. Shouts out. Go ahead. Let me send a shout out real quick. Shout out to Dark Star and Chariot Man. Dark Star said this. Let me see. Let me go back up. I'll read this, then I'll give it to you, Keith. Dark Star said, first he said, clock what is it? Clockwork Revolution is ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see where he said it at. Him and Nia was calling it ugly. And I missed it where he actually said it. He said Clockwork looks like trash. And Nia said it looks like the kind of game that someone's first big project after graduation. So they basically saying it is a weird looking game. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. So go ahead, Keith.
So yeah, speaking of Clockwork, that's the one that's confusing me. I don't understand why this one is exclusive at all. Other than I guess I can think of a few things. It could become a
They called it
huge
trash,
hit.
trash, not ugly. I apologize, Nia. You didn't say it was ugly. You said it was. Dark said it was trash. Go ahead.
It's trash, but no, because it definitely has those BioShock Infinite vibes, and I guess they think maybe it can be turned into a huge hit or something like that. At least with Gears, there's legacy there. There's a legacy story platform that you've had for years. But this game right here, nobody knows what this game is going to be, or what. So it's. I'm just curious about the strategy. I mean, I hear you're saying about that they gonna double back, but I'm just trying to figure out why even put this game out there like that. This dev, whoever they are, in XL, like this is dirty. You see we're gonna go into all the other stuff later, but this is wrong. This game, this game right here is gonna go out there and absolutely die, and I just don't understand the strategy behind this at all. I really don't.
I think they listening to too many people on X and trying to make them talk better and doing these different things that I don't think they have any intentions on actually following up on. If it is exclusive, it won't remain exclusive. It won't remain exclusive, y'all. They're going to have to make their money back. So they ain't trying to just break even. They trying to make money. And like you said, Keith, this game is going to die because no one is going to buy. This is a new IP by unproven. Is these people even, do we even know?
NFL, yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah.
So they
what else they make.
Yeah, what else have they made? So this is an unproven IP on the losing platform, and it's weird. So if you ain't got Game Pass, if you don't have Game Pass, you may try this out if you got Game Pass. I don't see very many people going out and buying this. So it makes Gears, I just don't think anybody's going to buy Xboxes for Gears. People probably ain't going to buy this at all if they don't have Game Pass. This is not, you may move to 200,000 if. So it don't make any sense. But I don't want to overplay this topic. Let's go to the next. So Microsoft wanted to stay in the conversation, and so we don't know how true this is. But another thing that came out is there's a possibility that Xbox, all capitals, may be closing or pursuing closure of a few of their studios and trying to spin them off. And they're supposedly trying to spin off into their own, being independent and keeping their doors open. So we know that studio closures for the last 2-3 years has been at an epidemic in gaming right now. Studios closing left and right. But supposedly the studios that may be on the chopping block includes Double Fine, Ninja Theory, Compulsive Games, and Akin. Now, Akin is the one that's supposed to be making the new Blade game. Ninja Theory just announced a new game in Hellblade.
Crazy work.
Huh?
I said that's crazy work.
Yeah, and then you have Compulsive Games is the one that made South of Midnight and all those titles. So like I said, supposedly this was a rumor, and they supposedly came out and debunked. But from what I'm seeing and what I'm reading, I'm finna pull this up. I think there might be a lot of smoke on this fire. I mean, there might be a lot of fire under this smoke. So it started with this right here on, I think, Twitter. And this is coming from Mike Straw. He said, 2 studios, I've been told, including getting messages from employees at the locations who are scared, are Compulsion and Arcane. Despite published messaging, many within the studios have expressed real worry and have overheard conversations about the future of the studio. Some employees who spoke to me are higher up within the studios and have said there is real concerns that they're next based on the messaging from the company. So supposedly there's a email making his rounds within the Xbox family of studios that major cuts are coming and some studios are on the chopping block. Now, Nia did introduce the fact that this is currently still being treated as rumors, but
Ninja Theory is confirmed.
oh, Ninja Theory is confirmed. Okay.
Ninja Theory is confirmed. The Bloomberg, Verge, and other outlets report about Double Fine, Compulsion, and a couple of the other ones. So, like I said, reputable places, but the confirmed one, I believe, is Ninja Theory.
Okay. So this is kind of some of the readings. It says Xbox is undergoing one of its most significant shakeups in years, with multiple studios reportedly facing closure or being spun out as part of a broader reset under new CEO Asha Sherman and Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty. Hey, man, they just call him Butt. But anyway, several high-profile first-party developers are in active negotiations to avoid shutdown, including, like I said, Compulsion Games, Double Fine Productions, and Ninja 3. And you can add Arcane on there as well. So, again, this makes literally this don't make any sense anyway, either. So, which makes the announcement that we just talked about going exclusive make no sense. But anyway, who did I go with first the last time? I think I went with Keith. K-Bun, come on through here, bro. What's your thoughts on this?
My thoughts about this, man. It's a sinking ship over there, man. So I know as a CEO, you come in, you got to make some waves. I get it. But it doesn't seem as if these things are planned out, right? The Ninja Theory one is so confusing, bro. Like you bring them up on your pretty much E3 stage to announce a new game, and then you're talking about a closure. Like it does, like a week later, like 7 days, 9 days later, bro. And like it doesn't sound like how is this stuff planned out? It can't be that just all of a sudden, bro. Like these type of things take time, but these type of things are planned out. Like you kind of you have a roadmap as a company. You have a roadmap of what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to do. And I get it. I know she's a new CEO, but some roadmaps are predefined before the CEO gets there. You know the route you're going to take, and some things you do at the last minute. I get it, but it's embarrassing to have a studio to present a brand new game at your showcase, and then for you a week later to say, "Nah, we're done with them." I don't know how that looks I don't know any other way to see it other than poor leadership, man. I really don't, and it sucks because these employees, these people, not just the games. Right. Let's get this straight. These are lives. These are people. These are livelihood. These are men and women and children who are now affected by these billion-dollar studios. I mean, billion-dollar companies who don't know what they're doing, who don't understand the industry, the industry that they're in, and just make these sweeping decisions because they're driven by dollar bills, right? They're driven by making money or cutting your losses so you don't lose more money. But it doesn't put you, the consumer, in a good place with that company. It doesn't give you trust. It doesn't give you comfort. It doesn't give you sympathy. Your sympathy goes to these developers who are now been working hard for you, who are now out of job, and a game that may never see the light of day because of your mismanagement, right? Because these are first party still. These are your people, and you obviously have no idea what's going on right now. You're cutting off your own hands and arms to keep the virus from spreading. It's like a zombie. You had a zombie bite, and you're cutting off the limbs, and it's even worse because you're cutting off the wrong arm. Like they bit you on your left arm, you cut off the right arm. It just feel like you don't know what you're doing, man, and it's a mess, and it's a wake of just destruction that's left behind these billion-dollar companies. And I mean, Sony's been making mistakes too. Now, I'm not. This is not just only an Xbox rep. We've definitely talked about Sony mistakes and how they've mismanaged Bungie, and they've mismanaged with the whole live service thing and closed their studios like Bluepoint. But Microsoft can't get out of their own way. It seems like it's impossible. They take one step forward and two steps back, and you have. I heard someone, and I'll in my, because again, I think I'm getting kind of ranty. I'll end my point here. I heard someone say Xbox went and got Double Fine for them to make a blockbuster game or make a game to save Xbox or grow Xbox. When Double Fine don't make games like that, bro. They're an indie company. They make indie games. Every game they've made is a very indie-ish game. They're not here to make this AAA experience. They're here to do what they do best. And Ninja Theory, you got Ninja Theory to create this AAA game, but it's not what they do. They don't create AAA games. They create these borderline AAA, AA games that are thought out, that are planned, that are a love child of somebody. And they're made out of love and respect for the genre. It's the same thing. It's the same thing if someone went and bought Sandfall, which is the people who made Clair Obscur 33, and try to make them to create this large, open world, expansive game. When if you actually hear them talk, they talk about how this game was made out of love. Right, and you can tell this game. The people who played this game, and it's probably why it did so well. You can tell that the people who made this game loved making this game. You can feel it. You can tell it's there, and it's probably why it took the world by storm, because you can tell these people enjoyed making this game because it felt like love. And if Xbox bought them and okay, now make me an open world. Now make it bigger, because that's what they did with Ninja Theory. Now make it bigger, right? The same thing they did with Cuphead. Now make it bigger, right? And it's like, no, man, that's not what these companies. That's not what they do. And you throw 100 more resources, 50 more resources at the problem, and you think that's going to solve the answer. Okay, last point, and I'm sorry. Because this reminds me, because I work at corporate, and this reminds me of an issue that I've had in corporate, where I was given work, and it was too much work, and they were asking me, okay, you need to get it done faster. We need it faster. We need it now. We need it by this point. I'm like, we can't go any faster. They're like, well, what we give you more people? What if we give you more people? That'd make it faster. And then someone came and told me this saying. Because it's not just more people at the problem, and the saying was, if you're trying to drive somewhere, right, and it says, "Why need you to drive faster? I'll give you more people," and you put 5 people in the car, are you going to get there any faster? You're not going to get to your destination any faster if there's one person in the car or five people in the car. The journey takes as long as the journey takes, right? And I think that's what these companies do. They throw more resources at people at the problem, and they look back and they've created all this debt. And then what they do now, without they cut off the leash that they created. So yeah, I'm good, man. Let me go ahead and stop my rant. I'm sorry.
Okay, bro.
That was cooking, bro.
Come on through here, Keith. What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah. I mean, I 100% agree with everything K-Bone was saying. So before I get into what I was gonna say, just to kind of highlight what K-Bone was saying, the original Hellblade 2017 was built on a budget of 10 million. And the game sold very well, made his profit back, and it was made by 20 people. Hellblade 2 is not disclosing how much it costs, and it also says that it had a larger team than the 20 people. So now you've already changed the integrity of the whole project. All them whispers, that was love that they was trying to pour into the game, and about mental health and all this other stuff, and like K-Bone said, they tried to turn it into something bigger. But I don't think making something bigger is necessarily bad. I think the issue with Hellblade 2 was Game Pass, and that's where I'm finna go. Because we talk about mismanagement in trying to dethrone Sony. Excuse me, trying to dethrone PlayStation. Sony is a whole nother entity. So you're trying to make all these quick, fast moves so you could take away from Sony. Hellblade was first introduced to us on the PlayStation 4. Microsoft comes through and say, let me grab that. You saw what Rare was doing, even though they were a shell of themselves, were doing on Nintendo. Here come Microsoft. Let me grab that. I don't want them to be successful on their platforms. Come be successful on my platform. And it doesn't work because they don't actually know how to manage a gaming studio. And it's clear. You have Halo, you have Gears, and the only thing that seems to be really successful is Forza. You don't know how to manage. How can Halo be one of your prime real estate games to be what it is now? To the point where the fans had to come back and say, yo, Phil, what are y'all doing? To the game be delayed because y'all were going to release it in the condition that y'all were going to release it in because y'all don't know how to manage these studios. And I feel sorry because the topic is all of these studios that's having to close down. Ninja Theory, Compulsion, Double Fine. All of these studios are fighting for their lives right now, trying to at least get picked up somewhere else because y'all mismanaged them. And the root of it is Game Pass. These studios couldn't make back the money, and then y'all looked at them and said they are a failure. It's not that they're a failure, that they were making bad products, that they're not making any money because you have instituted this day one Game Pass crap, and you're not bringing in any money. I don't think Xbox has ever brought in any money. Actually, I think 360 is the first time they ever came close to it. But they just simply don't know how to manage these studios, man. And my heart goes out to the Ninja Theory team. I was looking at something while K-Bone was talking, and I was like, who owns Hellblade now? Insinua, and it's Microsoft. So not only did you get let go, but the game that you were working on, you can't take it with you and try to sell it somewhere else and say, hey, we'll put it on your platform. No, you walk away with nothing. That's terrible. You own all this stuff for what? That's just greed, and nobody's ever going to be able to play this stuff. I'm thinking about Perfect Dark.
Yep.
Out of there. What are we doing? And I gotta give props to Nintendo. Listen, because K-Bone already said PlayStation got their own problems, but we focus on Xbox right now. But I'm gonna give props to Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't go out and buy nobody. But there are plenty of people that are making their games. There are so many third-party developers that make Nintendo games that y'all don't know about it. People always say, well, Nintendo this, Nintendo that. No, Nintendo's not even making these games. Level said it earlier. Velen is making Star Fox. Capcom makes some of the Zelda games. They made the Minish. I think it's Minish Cap. I forgot who did the Echoes of Wisdom in
I
the
know
remake.
Namco, Bandai make some too.
Yeah, they go in and list all these other studios to make games, and they do not buy them. The Pokemon company, what's their name?
Greek,
Uh,
Game Freak?
Game Freak, Game
Yeah.
Freak, Game Freak. They are making a game on Xbox and PlayStation.
That's true.
They
Yeah,
are
that-
they are
yeah, that's
free
true.
to go and be a developer. Go do that, but you still make Pokemon. So they are free to make your money. Go make your living. But Microsoft is like, no, you with us, and you're gonna go down in this ship with us. And I just hate that for them, man. And I'm not pointing the finger at Asha. She inherited this. You know what I'm saying? She inherited this. Of course, she's gonna try to make the best decisions
She's
that she
making a
possibly
lot of
can.
moves without knowing what she's doing though.
That's fair.
Or she
but
being,
she still.
or she being dictated to, and she ain't. Her hand is tied no different than Sarah and Phil's before them.
Regardless, she inherited a whole mess.
Yeah, she did.
Because what she could have did, or what the fans have said, or the fans opposing Xbox, I should say, take away day one Game Pass. Take away day one Game Pass. Go make the money so these studios and the developers up under these studios can make their livelihoods.
But
You got to take care of home first.
I think they know if we take off first day and date with Game Pass, then that means the little bit of money that they making on Game Pass would cease because that's the only incentive is a day and date. If I cut that, then why am I paying for it?
Who cares? Do you want to run a business or you want to close your door?
I'm with you. I'm saying they might be feeling like that's where they making a little
That
profit.
that wasn't to you.
I
That
know.
wasn't to you. That was just
my
saying
bad.
in
That was
general.
rhetorical. Okay.
Yeah,
rhetorical.
yeah.
All right.
Like,
but
do you want to be a business or do you want to shut down your doors? And this is where we are. Like Perry said, this is where we are.
Yeah. I wanna because let me do this real quick. Former, I don't know, his name is President Sean Layden, former SIE. What's SIE?
Before you get to that one, I just sent you an article. Well, you know what? I'm trying to think if I should let you go there or go this one because I know which article you're talking about or what Sean said about Xbox.
I'm just gonna read the highlight. I wasn't gonna go to the actual article, and I was gonna play an old video of Phil. But where do you want me to go?
Because I just sent one to you because there's one more piece that could be driving Asha's actions. I still want you to go to the field piece, but I think this piece is important. We actually put this in the chat, and I just remembered this.
Okay.
And this is coming from Daddy Microsoft. Daddy Microsoft said Xbox needs to start pulling their weight.
Yeah, we touched on this in the chat. So here it is.
We touched on this.
It says Microsoft boss want Xbox to start pulling its weight financially. GameStop may receive revenue from affiliates and advertising partners for sharing this content.
Oh, that's something else.
Oh, okay.
Out there, that's not a part of it.
Okay. While the new Xbox leadership team,
the biggest piece. Skip the second paragraph. Actually, that's the meat.
Okay.
So go straight to the second paragraph.
While the new Xbox leadership team.
No one can excuse. Start there.
Okay. No one can accuse Microsoft of not having invested for the last 25 years. Nadella said. And now we have to turn this into a sustainable business that delivers what is fundamentally one of the best sources of entertainment. The challenge we have is that we're not been monetizing that entertainment. So they ain't making no money off of it. In fact, if anything, we've been subsidizing that entertainment. There's more monetization of Xbox game happening on YouTube than at Microsoft. And so that doesn't mean we go do things that are unnatural. We want us to that's weird. We want us to do what is really our job, which is to build great games, build great hardware, but we've got to do it in a economical, sustainable way. I think Asha is really 100 days in, and she put out a post saying in the first 100 days she's going to take a fresh look and make sure we deliver on what our fans expect of us, both on the hardware side and I would say on the publishing side. With gaming council,
no. Read that how he said it. Think about that.
Okay. It didn't make sense at first. Okay, on our expectations for both on the hardware side or on the publishing side. Okay, how you interpret that?
Because if the one side don't work, the hardware, we're gonna let it go and we're just gonna focus on publishing.
Okay, I ain't look at it from that angle. All right. With gaming consoles and hardware experiencing a major spike in price due to various global factors and hardware shortages, partly driven by the rampart investment in AI technology, which y'all played a part in, Microsoft, Nadella also remarked how Microsoft would have to find a way to deliver the games in which is economically relevant to customers, although the Microsoft CEO didn't have a solution for the drama. So shut up. No, let me stop.
That's good. That's good enough right there. That's good enough right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
rents due. Rents due. They said we have been paying your rent. We have been subsidizing your money. We have been filling in the missing.
To them what subsidizing is, because everybody might not really know.
Subsidizing means, say you, yeah. So instead of you paying $900 for this rent, we're going to charge you $650. We're going to subsidize your rent. We're going to cover 250 of that rent, so you don't have to pay $650. That's subsidizing.
Yeah, Microsoft is taking on a good chunk of the burden off Xbox.
Of the debt. Let's call it what it is, the debt of Xbox.
Yeah.
And they saying rent's due. And he said this in a very nice way, but you have to read between the lines. He kept saying economically sustainable. What he's saying is, I need my money now. You can read that in little CEO talk or whatever and read it and think it says being economically sustainable. He says, I need my money back now.
Right now. We need to turn this into a sustainable business that delivers what is fundamentally one of the best sources of entertainment. The challenge we have is that we have not been monetizing that entertainment. In fact,
you ain't making the money.
We've been subsidizing that entertainment.
Brother, that we've been helping you out for 25 years. It is time for you to make us money. If you don't make us money, we don't need you no more. This is coming from the CEO of Microsoft. This is a ticking bomb for Xbox.
So in other words, they saying we have let y'all have access to the war chest for 25 years. That's about to get cut. The allowance about to be cut. You got to stand on your own too, young fella.
Stand your own too. You 25 years old. You a man.
Yeah, you got to get out.
Time to grow up.
You got to get out.
You a man. You got to get out my house. Either you got to support yourself or you got to get out my. But the thing is, this is Microsoft saying this, guys. Like, this is a big deal. And I wanted to touch, it just hit me. I just remembered. And I think this is why moves have been so drastic. Because, let me say this. I'll let you go. I've been talking a lot. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to start with this. If they are saying this in the public, what have they been saying behind closed doors?
Right.
I wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall. I'd be scared.
So that's why Phil ain't there. But K-Bum,
yes, sir.
Like Keith said earlier, just to be fair, don't Microsoft have to take blame into making what's bad worse by the AI push that they also are doing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
1,000%.
But yeah, no, that's right. They basically saying you gotta either make some money or we gotta let y'all go, which goes to what I was about to read. Former SIE. What's that stand for? What's SIE?
Sony Entertainment.
Oh, okay. Sony Entertainment.
Something.
Yeah, Sony Entertainment. Yeah, Sony International Entertainment or something like that.
I don't know, but president.
Is it SIE or SEI?
It's SIE. That's what it says on here.
SIE.
I ain't never seen that. That's the first. President Sean Layden said Xbox's recent moves show they have a basic lack of understanding of the gaming industry. Now, I could go to the article if y'all want me to, or we could just ride with that. How y'all want to play?
I mean, it's quite obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can roll with that.
Okay, former PlayStation boss says Xbox shows a basic misunderstanding of the gaming industry amid leadership changes, mixed messaging, and reports of studios closures. Man, I mean, it's. I don't think I even need to read, and my stuff freezing. It's still loading. That's why I was doing it. Anyway, y'all get the drift. No, there it is. I got it now. Here it is. Okay, let's get it. Let's get back to it. Former President Sean Layden says the Xbox recent moves implies that those involved lack an understanding of how the games industry works. Get out my way, thank you. To give Xbox credit throughout the 2020s, it's been a perfect example of how to be entirely inconsistent for deciding to become a multi-platform publisher, to changing his mind with the likes of Gears of War E-Day, only for rumors to emerge that actually it might change his mind again, and that it was nothing more than a way to advertise. Like I was saying, I like when stuff I be thinking is actually backed up. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, the way to advertise to an increasingly short-changed Xbox fan base. And sure, Xbox CSO Matt Ball denies this, but forgive me if I'm not taking info at face value from a publisher that announced a new Shuni game just over a week before reports emerged that Microsoft is apparently planning to close its developer Ninja Theory.
Did you say Sunni?
Is it Sunni? How you say it?
Sinua.
Sinua. I said Sunia. Okay.
Boy, I thought you was talking about something else. I'm like,
my bad. I read it wrong.
Oh, you good? You good? Hey man. You take one for the team for reading. So I appreciate you, bro.
How do you say it? Sinua. Sinua. All of this is to say, there's definitely a feeling coming out of Xbox that there is a bit of an identity crisis going on, which the Live and Love Game podcast has been talking about for the last 3 years. And when gaming consultant Tad Hodge, I don't know how to say that, pointed out some of these recent inconsistencies via Respawn First. The former chairman of CEO International Interactive Entertainment, that's what it was, K-Bomb, SIE, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Worldwide Studios, and former president and CEO of the American branch, Sean Layden, commented on Xbox recent moves. At the risk of sounding like a hater, which I'm really not, the moves advance a basic, is that how you say that? Advances? E-V-I-N-C-E? Evans? Anyway, a basic misunderstanding of how the interactive entertainment world moves, he writes. Unfortunately, it's hard to argue with. Okay, so that's it. So basically, Sean is saying Microsoft don't know what they're doing. So to further give credence to this, I had something up with Phil. And I think Phil had the right idea, just like what K-Bon saying, the people up top was just tired. And they didn't feel like giving Phil no more room. And I think Ashley really is here to sunset things, and she's just trying to act like she's not. Let's listen to
in the business of out-consoling Sony or out-consoling Nintendo.
Let me go back.
We're not in the business of out-consoling Sony or out-consoling Nintendo. There isn't really a great solution or win for us. And I know that will upset a ton of people, but it's just the truth of the matter is that when you're third place in the console marketplace and the top two players are as strong as they are and have, in certain cases, very, very discrete focus on doing deals and other things that will that kind of make being Xbox hard for us as a team. That's on us, not on anybody else. Our vision is that everybody who's on console has to feel like they have a great experience and they're a first-class citizen. They've invested a ton in our platform. But we are not in a position, and I see it out there. I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody.
That line right there stood out to me. We lost the worst generation to lose with Xbox One.
Built their digital library of games. So when you go and you're building on Xbox, we want our Xbox community to feel awesome.
100% true.
But this idea that if we just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay into the reality of most people. Like 90% of the people every year who walk into a retailer to buy a console are already a member of one of the three ecosystems, and their digital library is there. This is the first generation where the big games that they're playing were games that were available last gen. When you think about Fortnite and Roblox and Minecraft, like the continuity from generation to generation is so strong. I see a lot of pundits out there that kind of want to go back to the time where we all had cartridges and discs and every new generation was a clean slate and you could switch the whole console share. That's just not the world that we are in today. There is no world where Starfield's an 11 out of 10 and people start selling their PS5s. That's not going to happen.
So I played this because at the time, and I'm looking at it, at the time, this was hard to watch. Let's just be real. It was hard to watch Phil what seemed to be, and it wasn't no seemed to be, what was a waving of the white flag and saying we can't compete with the likes of Sony and Nintendo. We are coming up behind them. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have the games, and we can't create the games that's going to draw anybody away from those ecosystems. The fields have been laid. We got what we got. So it was hard to listen to this, right? And I hear what you're saying, Dark Star. Nintendo came back, but you got to understand Nintendo lost with the Wii U. They still had the 3DS and the DS and all that. They have the IP titles that's always going to be their trump card. That's always going to be their joke.
They have the thing to make you go buy the hardware.
Right. Microsoft does not have that, right? So Phil, let me finish this thought and you can have it, Keith. So Phil in this video, when we laughed at it, Phil was telling the truth in a way that we just didn't understand just how jacked up they were. This didn't make sense to us 2-3 years to be saying this then, but Phil knew what was up. He knew what was up, and he just said it. And I think his plan, while not ideal for what we are accustomed to, is not traditional. His ideal of, hey, we just need to put these games everywhere and be one of those. We don't worry about exclusive. We put our games everywhere. It's not going to make our immediate base, our core base of fans happy. But in the long run, this will produce the money. And y'all saw the chart. It was producing the money. It just is not, it's not going to make you cool and be loved by your immediate fans, and you will be the joke. It's like J. Cole bowing out of that battle. You're going to be the joke. But eventually, it was going to pay off. So, listen to it now. It's like hindsight 2020. Phil was just telling the truth, and he just was telling the truth at a time nobody was prepared or expecting or ready for such level of truth. Go ahead, Keith. You had something to say.
Yeah. Not only was he being 100% honest, but it's also kind of playing into what Sean was saying. Phil's one of his opening lines was, well, not his opening line, but he said, "We're not in the business to out console Sony or Nintendo. They're not out consoling you." And y'all already said it, because this is what was on my mind. They're out IPing you. When he said that they lost the worst generation to lose, is because y'all didn't take the time to nurture the IPs to bring you forward. Like y'all had what was that one game? Sunset Overdrive. Um, and I know Insomniac went on to go work with Sony, but they had a lot of things that they could have did right, but instead they focus on the wrong thing. They focus on trying to, like he said, out console them, and that's not what you do. Nintendo don't try to out console nobody, obviously, because they practically switched to handheld, but they focus on the IPs. Nia said it earlier in the chat, like the IPs, even though the Wii U was failing and sinking and drowning with an anvil. Anyways, the IPs, Mario Kart 8 was killing on the Wii U. Smash Brothers was killing on the Wii U, and it was sustaining them. They don't, it's kind of like a basketball team. You can have all the flashy moves that you want and do all the things, but what happens when that doesn't work? What do you rely on? Do you have sets? Do you have some plays that you can run? You don't have nothing. You got no defensive sets. You have absolutely nothing. The flashy moves ain't working no more. So what can you rely on? Your old tried and true, and that's what irritates me when people talk about, oh, Nintendo always making this. No, this is a business. This is a business. This is how you run your business. You make what people want. Can you imagine McDonald's stopped making the Big Mac, or whenever the Big Mac was popular? Oh, we're not gonna do that no more. Why would you do that? This is what the people like. So they didn't nurture the IPs. So his fundamental thinking is, I have to out console somebody, and that's how you know you have the wrong leadership right there.
All right.
I'm gonna push back a little bit.
Can I say this real quick before you say what you say, K-Bon? I was going to say, while Phil did say what you said, Keith, I think Phil misspoke. I don't think he meant he was saying we trying to counsel for counsel. Because when he went into breaking it down, he was talking about games. We can't make the games that's going to cause people to come our way. So I think what he was saying is we can't outgame. We can't make the games that they make. And I think that's why they purchased all those studios, trying to make up for what they internally could not organically produce. Even though, to Nia's credit, I bought the Xbox One for Sunset Overdrive. That's what I bought it for. Now, I don't know if Xbox actually made that game, or I think that's the same people that make Spider-Man. They messed around.
EA. Oh, you talking about Sunset Overdrive? Yeah, that's Insomniac.
That was Insomniac. They messed around and let Sony buy Insomniac and bring them under their house. But I think that's what he's saying. We can't outgame them. We can't create the IPs. We can't do the Marios and the God of Wars. We don't have those franchises that's going to draw the intrigue to our box. But I think he misspoke, but he was telling the truth at the same time. But no, what you said was right on the money, though.
K-Bon had something to say.
Yeah, I'm finna throw it to K-Bon. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just saying, I would push back a little bit because if we're talking about that level of games, you're right. But we clearly saw on the graph that they do make games that people want to buy.
Yeah, true.
I'm just being honest, man. They make games people want to buy. It's just not in the right place.
So Game Pass. So basically, we just all.
It's Game Pass.
It's Game Pass.
Forza.
Game Pass was probably the greatest love letter to gamers. It was the most pro gamer thing, but the worst thing too at the same time. It's literally gutting you from making a profit.
Yeah, it was good for the gamers, bad for the company.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this, man? The comment section is lit. It is crazy that Insomniac made Sunset, and it was a good game, and that game basically had the beginning structures of what Spider-Man ended up being, because all that stuff Spider-Man is doing is in Sunset Overdrive. All that grinding and all that stuff is in Sunset, and that game is crazy. But anyway,
always say a little anti-consumer keeps the lights on. Just saying.
Ain't that right, Nintendo?
So let's go to this last topic because we really went in on that topic. So K-Bum, we gonna go here and we get out of here on this one. I think we hit a lot with Xbox. So Unreal had a showcase, and I'll pull it up here in a second, where they showed off their new I guess update to the Unreal Engine 5 to 5.8 with Unreal Engine 6 coming out, I guess, later this year, early next year? I can't remember. But
beta.
The beta coming out later this year?
I believe they'll get more information this year.
So they made some interesting announcements with the use of AI and what they call Lumen Light for PCs and systems that are not as powerful. And, you know, some of these games are built on Lumen technology, and they made this where it'll make it not so daunting and stressing on the CPU.
Yes, yeah, stressing.
So now this is not my lane, but it is going to benefit the Switch too. So I definitely want to talk about it. I thought Keith was going to pry into, because this is really his lane, but Keith said he was too busy to snooze around this. So anyway, K-Bum's going to come up. I'm going to give you the floor, bro. What's going on with this this new 5.8 engine and all the stuff that Epic is talking about?
No problem. So the 5.8 is kind of this stepping stone before you get to 6, right? There were steps that things you have to do and steps you have to take before you actually get to the UE6, and 5 is kind of bridging that gap. One of the things that is important, right? Is one of the things that held back games was that these pieces in UE5 was not as
stable
or friendly to your FPS, your frames per second, right? And they were heavier than they were being advertised. And so you weren't getting the performance that you were expecting, right? And so one of the things, and I know that a lot of these improvements came from their work with CD Projekt Red, because in the last State of Unreal conversation is where the CD Projekt Red was discussing how they found better workflows for some of those behind the scenes pieces for UE, which was allowing them to run their demo of The Witcher 4 at 60 frames per second on the base PS5, right? And so they're taking that piece, right, and they're applying it to what they call Lumen, right? And this is big. The big thing is that Lumen was a little bit too heavy for the Switch. It had a big impact on the Switch because less CPUs, smaller GPU, smaller, less RAM. And so what the Lumen is doing is calculating that global illumination, so that it's taking the place of like ray tracing, right? It's kind of UE's version of ray tracing. It's how light bounces in the environment. And so they've been able in UE 5.8 to create what they're calling UE Lumen Light. And Lumen Light is this lightweight version of Lumen, which allows it to run better on the Switch. And this is a big deal, because this is going to open up even more games and make it even easier for third-party developers to move or get their game running on the Switch too. Because if you guys remember the conversation, it's normally that, hey, we can get it running on the Switch in a week, several days, right? But we're optimizing, right? That's the word you hear a whole lot when it comes to the Switch. It's optimizing. And having this Lumen that they're saying it runs twice as fast in the high quality mode, is going to make it just that much easier for these third party games, which gives, what's the word I'm looking for? It gives more room for the FPS to be used for other tasks, right? That could be physics, that could be your CPUs or the non-playable characters, their logic or how they work, or it could be utilized for just different aspects of the game, which should allow it to even more closely reflect what's going on the bigger consoles, right? So I think it's a dope. I think it's a big deal when it comes to the UE5 games. I think it's an even bigger deal when it comes to UE5 games on the Switch, and I think one of the I guess more heavy performance driven sequences is lighting, right? And what I'm hearing is that they're targeting to reliably get that global illumination running on the Switch at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Like, the big thing that I took away from this is this new 5.8 engine update for Unreal and Epic is going to allow Switch 2s and less powerful PCs to be able to maintain the visual integrity of the game at the high quality at 60 frames. Then they don't have to sacrifice as much because of Lumen Light. Almost kind of here, Keith, I'm finna borrow some of Digital Foundry. DLSS Light or DLSS, what they call it, was another name they had for it too. Mini or whatever.
Tiny.
I didn't like tiny. I think light makes sense. So this Lumen's Light is going to allow systems like the Switch 2 or lower end PCs get the same benefit of the higher end PCs without all the hurdles, without having to jump all the hurdles to get there. It's moving a lot of the barriers out the way to allow these systems to punch way above their weight with this lighter lumens, where you can get some of the experience of the higher end PCs, but not at the full scale, but enough to where it improves things and take the toll off the CPU that's in systems like the like the Switch, and maintain that 60 frames per second.
That's going to be a game changer.
This is a game changer, because if this pans out to be the case, that means not only will more games come, older games like Split Fiction and some of those games that's at 30 can now be improved. You can add the Lumen lighting into it at 60 and on the Switch. So this really gives the Switch more life, and which goes to the smartness in the design of the architecture, and then what it's able to do. It's dope. So now you said the AI part too, though. I don't want you to.
So the AI part is actually UE6.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I do want to touch on the AI part, because Unreal, Epic.
Hold up, Keith. Did you have anything you
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yes, please. Thank you.
I kind of didn't give you an opportunity.
I have nothing to add to that.
Okay, so that first topic is dope for Switch 2 and dope for low to mid end PCs. I don't know how it affects Well, this should affect Series S too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Low
it
power systems. Absolutely.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this will give them longer legs, more life, and that's dope. But K-Bum also wanted to kind of touch on this AI aspect of Unreal Engine 6. Go ahead.
Yeah, I quickly answer the question in the chat. Yeah, Nanite is the like the texture system, the geometry texture system. So what Nanite does is it allows for detail at scale. So that's the biggest thing for Nanite. So you had Nanite and Lumen were the big creations for UE5, and Nanite is deep. So just think of like rocks. And or the biggest thing I had with the Zelda was the textures on like the grass, or the texture on rocks, or the texture on walls. And so what they able to do is create this texture at scale. So when you zoom into the item, you get these really fine details. But you don't want really fine details when your character, when you have this eagle eye view of the map, right? So say your character is now 100 feet in the air, you don't want that same level of detail. And so Nanite scales the detail based on the viewer's positioning. Yeah, their vision and positioning. And so that was one of the improvements, that you can have this very fine detail up close. Like you get really close to like maybe Link's chest plate, and you can see all the fine detail. But when the camera's at scale, when it's pulled back, you don't see, you see that it looks good, but you don't have to have that level of detail in memory.
Right. It's
And that's
almost
a
like
way to explain
OLED
it.
TVs, with the backlight. They turn off certain sections if it ain't no light. If it ain't no, that's why you got true blacks, because not all of the screen is lighting up when it don't need to. So it's in the same sense, when you drawn out and you don't need that level of detail, it's almost like it's turning it off and putting more focus on what you actually looking at, what you actually see. And then when you get closer to the other stuff, then it'll add that stuff back in. And that, ain't that kind of the ideal of it?
Yeah. But there's just a clarification. OLEDs, each pixel lights itself.
Right.
So that's why you get the perfect blacks, because the pixel itself turns off. It's not backlit. You said backlit. That's kind of.
That was my.
But,
I said
yeah.
that wrong. But my.
I know. It's wrong. Yeah.
So
Each pixel itself has its own light, and so therefore it can turn itself off. Which. Yes. So it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's similar to that. Yeah.
The quality, the highlights, the deep richness of the blacks because of that. Yes, that is true.
Okay.
It's similar to that. All right. So now to the AI piece. People saw that there's AI built into UE6. UE6 has AI, just like how DSSS 5 has AI, but UE6 has AI differently, because UE6 has AI on the code level, right? And people saw AI and immediately started saying AI slop. And what people don't understand, they don't actually understand AI when it comes to coding. And I'll tell you this. Everyone is probably using AI for coding. Let's just get this out the way. Every studio that is probably using AI for coding. This is not something. This is a push worldwide. There are people under me who do not write code anymore. They write AI prompts, and the AI writes the code. And people freaked out when they saw that UE has AI, but people didn't understand that this is how it works. I saw EA for their college football game and their Madden game deliver more features than I've ever seen them deliver, ever. And it's because they can write so much more code now. Because you don't have a developer sitting here writing all this code. You have AI who doesn't have a lunch break, doesn't need vacation, it doesn't need to take a potty break, who's sitting here writing this code, and then a human reviews this code and makes sure it's good to be checked in. And then not only can it write the code and then create its own test to test it and tell it to test it. And so when people think, oh, AI slop, as soon as they see the word AI, that's not how this works. AI is writing
redundancy.
You said what?
I said it eliminates redundancy.
AI eliminates redundancy because it understands patterns, right? And it knows like when you give it your code, it can read and understand your code and tell you things about your code. And so I'm almost certain that majority of your major companies are using AI for coding. Now, when we talk about visuals, that's when things get a little dicey, right? That's different. But when we're talking about code, almost every company is using AI for code, and it allows them to do things much faster and to do more at scale. So I just wanted to just say that tidbit about AI when it comes to code. It's not the same thing as whatever we saw UE5 do with the visuals. that's a whole different type of AI. All right, that's a whole type of different use case of AI. But AI is here. Your developers, Nintendo's using it, Sony's using it. Everyone's using it, but the way they're trying to tie it into the UE engine is to make coding easier and to make coding that. A cool thing about E6, and I'll be done because I've talked a lot this podcast. The cool thing they said about E6 is that they want to have it so unified that you can take a skin from Fortnite and put it into a different game. They want that type of uniformity when it comes to UE6. So I'm excited about it. People just need to simmer down when it comes to AI and think all AI is the same, but it's not. The generative AI and when it comes to AI creating code, it's very different. But every company's doing it, and it's going to make games better, and it's going to make games faster. So that's that tidbit. I'm learning AI. I'm using AI in my job. I'm creating new pieces about it. I'm understanding it. For me, it took a job that I used to take 2 hours to do, and it does it in 5 minutes. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took one of my beats and used one of the AI programs, and it made my beat sound like I'm ready to go back into my career rapping. I ain't gonna even front with you. Anyway, I want to show y'all that beat. Anyway, any more thoughts on this? Because we're in here. Keith, did you have anything you wanted to say on this?
No. I wasn't. I didn't get into any of this week when they were talking about it, and I don't feel comfortable trying to jump in just to jump in. I think y'all handled that.
All right. Well, that was the show for tonight. Unreal 5.8 Lumen-like functionality is compatible with Switch 2, preserves visual impact at a lower GPU cost, making Lumen functionally viable where it wasn't before. Announced at State of Unreal 2026. For them to actually have it on the stage, really just it's just amazing to see how far Nintendo has redeemed themselves and gained their footing with the Switch generations. You would never have seen this at an Unreal Engine showcase with nothing Nintendo related. So that was dope to me, and hopefully this stuff begin to show up in the games. And if we can get these games looking better and running at 60 frames, and then also possibly influencing other engines to tap into the technology or make their own version of it, this just bodes well for the future. So I'm excited. Microsoft, get your act together. It's time, y'all. It's not hard. Stop listening to your fan base. They don't support y'all anyway. Go where the money is. You got the numbers like we just saw. Go where the money is. I'm being selfish. I am being selfish. Go where the money is. I'm not buying an Xbox, but I will play E-Day on my PlayStation 5 or Switch 2. If you so decide to bring it over, which I know you are. I know you are. You know you want my money, and I want to give you my money. I want to give you $69.99. I don't want to give you $600, and I don't want to give you that. That's not gonna happen. But I'll give you $69.99 for E-Day. It might have PlayStation 5 on there, but hey, it's still support. Level said, "Come on over here." Anyway, let these dudes sign out. Come on, K-Bomb, you got it, bro.
No problem, man. K-Bomb 20, man. Enjoying myself. Had a good time on the podcast. Hope you guys had a great time as well. Make sure to get those likes and subscribes. We appreciate you guys coming through every single week. We appreciate you guys in the comment section keeping us honest. And I hope you guys had a good time, because I know I definitely did. See you guys next week. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Dark Star. Then saying, guaranteed y'all to have E-Day, not next year, this year. Prior to Black Friday, we gonna have it anyway. Come on, keep yours.
That's funny. Yeah, Microsoft. I mean, no, not Microsoft. Xbox. Level said he got them 69s for you. So you come on over and bring the games. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, listen. I forgot to mention earlier on what you've been gaming on. I played Zelda Wind Waker, and I was kind of going back and forth between the HD remake that was on the Wii U and the new one, Level. Man, that upscaler that the Switch 2 is using is mighty powerful. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. But yeah.
So you playing it on the eShop, on the Legacy?
NSO? Yeah, the NSO.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very beautiful. But anyways, man, like K-Bone said, man, thank y'all for coming through. Definitely get those likes up. Leave your comments after the video. All that good stuff, man. And next week is Star Fox. And for some other people, it's going to be GTA 6 pre-order day. So we'll be here to talk about that as well. So see y'all next week.
Absolutely, yeah. 25th is next Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, we will be flying through the friendly skies. If you see afterburners, it's just me and Star Fox having a good time in the Milky Way. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in on tonight. We had a few people in here, a lot of people watching, but a few in the comment section. Dark Star, Chariot Man, Nia, Comic Book Crunch, and Alan Steed. I didn't give your shout out, bro. Alan Steed was in this piece. I think I got everybody else. But yeah, we'll be back next week, same time, same place, doing what we do, talking to you, all in these internet streets, all inside your inner eardrum. Live 11 Game Podcast. The next time, y'all be safe. Deuces. Peace.
But we got smacked. But we got smashed, bro.